Welcome back to my channel Learning with Lakshita. Today we are going to study one of the main topics of chapter chemical reaction and equation, that is types of chemical reaction. Types of chemical reaction is a topic of class 10th CBSE and it is very important from exam point of view or board exam point of view. So first of all, let us discuss what are chemical reactions and what do they indicate. So basically, how can we define chemical reactions? Chemical reactions are those processes in which new substances are formed from certain substances, and the processes in which such changes takes place are called chemical reaction. Basically, in chemical reaction, there are main two functions that happen: breaking and making of bonds. First of all, the old bonds are broken and new bonds are made in these types of reaction. If we list out these reaction, we have total 6 types of chemical reaction that can place in the formation of new substance. Students, you have to remember this, that in a chemical reaction a new substance is always formed. It is the main characteristic of a chemical reaction that the reactant react to give product which is itself a new product. So let's get started with the types of chemical reaction. In this video, we are going to discuss about only one type of chemical reaction, that is the combination reaction, and it is also called synthesis reaction, and it can be also called as addition reaction. Okay? As you can see that what I have drawn here, I have drawn a miniature, one with green color and other with purple color, and after they meet both green and purple, what kind of compound they form? They form a compound which contains green as well as purple. So basically in a combination reaction, what happens? A plus B, A and B are reactants, they react to form AB, and this AB is a completely new compound from these compounds. There can be a change of state, there can be evolution of gases or something else which indicate that there is a chemical reaction going on. But basically in combination reaction, what happens? A means any reactant combined with other reactant, that is B, and it gives a product that is AB. Okay. So similarly, how can we define this? Combination reactions are those reactions in which two or more substances combine to form a single substance. So students, what is the main characteristic of combination reaction? The main characteristic of combination reaction is that it forms only a single substance as a product. It may contain two or more reactant, but it will always form a single substance or a single product. So this is the main characteristic of combination reaction. And combination reactions are very easy to understand. Combination basically means if we are trying to compile two or more reactants together so that they give one product, then such types of reaction is called combination reaction. If we take example from general life of combination reaction, that is actually not a combination reaction, but we can assume that, for example, if we are making tea, we are going to add sugar, we are going to add tea leaves, we are going to add water and milk, and then bring it to a boil. Then what we will get as a product? We will get a single product, that is tea. So similarly, in these cases, in case of combination reactions, two or more substances, that is reactant, combine to form a single substance, a new product. Now, this combination reactions can take place in three ways. The first way is that two or more elements combine together. We have two or more elements combining together and they form a single product. The best example for this is formation of water. So here, as you can see, I have written hydrogen plus oxygen gives water. This is a word equation, and if we write a chemical equation out of it, then we can write it as H2, which is hydrogen, plus O2, which is oxygen. We can mention here that both of these are gases. Both of these combine to form water, and the formula of water is H2O. And if we talk about the state of water, it is liquid state. Now, as we have earlier discussed about balancing the equation, now if you see this equation, this is not balanced because here it contains two hydrogen. It's okay. Here there are also two hydrogen. But if we talk about oxygen, यहाँ पर we have two oxygens and यहाँ पर we have only one oxygen. So how can we balance? We can multiply this whole equation by 2. Now we have 2 oxygen and hydrogen, 2 2s are 4. So here we can also put 2. Now this equation is balanced. So 2 or more elements can combine to form a single product, like in this case hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water. Now if we talk about the second type of this reaction, we have an element reacting with a compound. So in this case we have carbon monoxide plus oxygen, and it is giving carbon dioxide. So basically carbon monoxide is a compound and oxygen is an element, and it gives us carbon dioxide. So in this case we can say that a new product is formed when an element and compound is reacting. Both of these are gaseous in nature, and carbon dioxide is also gaseous in nature. If we see this equation, this is again an unbalanced equation. We can balance it by seeing the number of carbon as well as oxygen. If we see this side, the reactant side, we have 3 oxygen, and in this side we have how many oxygens? 2 oxygens. So basically what we can do, we can balance it, and you can also balance it and check it later what does the balanced equation looks like. Okay, as I have already told about balancing equation, so this is your homework to try and test this equation and see how can we balance this equation. Now if we talk about the third type of reaction, we have a compound reacting with the compound. A compound is reacting with the compound. In this case, ammonia is reacting with hydrogen chloride to form ammonium chloride. So basically ammonia, NH3, it is a gas. It is reacting with hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride is also in gaseous form. Okay? It is forming ammonium chloride, which is solid in nature. So what is the main reaction here? NH3 is combining with hydrogen chloride gas, and it is forming ammonium chloride, which is solid in nature. Okay, so if you see the formula of hydrogen chloride, it is HCl, and you must have also heard about hydrochloric acid. So the main basic difference between hydrogen chloride and hydrochloric acid is that hydrogen chloride is gaseous in nature, whereas hydrochloric acid is a liquid. So here what we can see, a compound and a compound is combining together to form a new substance, and these all are example of combination reaction. Why they are example of combination reaction? Because two or more than two reactant are forming a single product. In this case only one product, that is water, is formed. In the second case only one product, that is carbon dioxide, is formed, and in the third case only one product is formed, that is ammonium chloride. Okay, now if we talk about more example that is given in your NCERT books, it is here. If quicklime, the formula for quicklime is CaO, and it can also be called calcium hydroxide. What is Ca also called? Calcium oxide. It is reacting with water. It is in liquid state to give us slaked lime. Slaked lime is also called calcium hydroxide. Okay, and this slaked lime is an aqueous state because it is present in water. So basically calcium oxide is reacting with H2O, that is water, to form calcium hydroxide. And the common name for this thing is very important. The common name of calcium oxide is quicklime, and the common name of calcium hydroxide is slaked lime. Okay, now the next example that was supplied in your NCERT book was burning of coal. As you all know, the formula of coal is C. C means carbon. It is solid in form and it is reacting with oxygen to form CO2. What is CO2? CO2 is carbon dioxide gas. So whenever we burn coal in presence of air, basically which gas is formed? Carbon dioxide is formed. So, here we have talked about combination reactions and all the possible examples of combination reactions that are provided in your book. Now, in the next video, we will discuss about the decomposition reaction as well as exothermic reaction. Till then, keep learning and keep growing. Jai Hind.